Hello and welcome Capricorn to your July messages. So keep in mind, these are collective in general. Receive what aligns, release what does not align with you. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember, you're a conscious creator. You shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. So let's get into it, Capricorn. Very interesting energy. So we start out with, we have romantic connection, we have boundaries, and we have cut the cord. So I'm sensing those of you that tuned in today, there's some sort of ritual or release that is important for you to do with cut the cord and boundaries of some sort of past energy, okay? Some sort of ex energy, because you do have a romantic connection coming in here. And you might have met this person, maybe briefly, right? But there is this sense of learning from the past, okay, setting healthy boundaries, both in the physical and the spiritual, and doing some sort of cord cutting rituals, some sort of releasing energy. You can dissolve cords as well. What's important about cord cutting is make sure that you do it from a place of neutrality, because if you do it from a place of intensity, that intensity can then come back to you. So just make sure that you're doing it from a very grounded, centered place, but it feels like you're preparing for a new love connection here. Right? We even have the I'm ready message. So what you're manifesting in is someone who's ready. Okay. And you're kind of preparing yourself for that. You're clearing the slate here for yourself, Capricorn. One blockage that might be coming up in July is we have on social. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone new. So some of you, it might be important, we have the hiking energy come through. So of course, Capricorn energy, you love, the earth energy, right? Nature, the forest. Maybe there's some sort of, nature group, hiking group, even like, there's like maybe even camping group, right? Some of you, it might be all, it's something that is organized, I'm sensing. It's not somebody that you meet and then you go, oh, we go camping together. It's not like that. I feel like it's these groups, I don't know if they're called like adventure groups or something like that, but there is this sense of doing what you love, right? Doing what you love and finding some sort of group that does that as well. And then meeting new people, right? And doing it in an environment that, you most enjoy. That's what's coming through here. But it feels like something organized. It feels like something that is social, but at the same time, that's not the main focus, right? Like hiking, the main focus isn't necessarily to be social, right? It's to enjoy nature, learn from nature, right? Reset your energy. So that could be it. It could be some sort of hiking group or going and joining some group that really highlights or focuses on your passions, right? Things that you enjoy doing most. And I'm hearing that are like low energy things. So, unless you join like some sort of sports team or something like that, pickleball is coming. Maybe some of you play pickleball. Maybe you join a league. But for some of you, it's like you need something low energy. You need something that's just relaxing. And this might be it, okay? So that could be an opportunity that comes in here. We have I'm ready. Sure enough, in your tarot, we have the Fool energy and the Eight of Cups. You're leaving the past energy behind, but you're doing it in a way that's organized. You see those Eight of Cups are like organized. That house is clear. Some of you are thinking about moving or relocating, maybe even changing your career. But again, when you do it, I know he's doing it, he's leaving in the middle of the night, but things are aligned, things are organized, things are thought out, right? In the way in which you kind of leave an old cycle behind and then move forward, right? And there's that red feather and there's a white rose. So it speaks about a new beginning. It speaks about carrying very little baggage here with you. So you're releasing a whole lot in July in order to have a new beginning. Now, we also have the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, so you could be stressed about a new beginning, Sometimes we can alchemize our fear because we can confuse our fear energy with anticipation or excitement. And sometimes you can take that energy. So if like you're sleeping or you're trying to sleep at night and you've got like all this energy built up about this new beginning, again, some of you could be like relocating, moving, right? With this Ace of Pentacles. That could be a new home. That could be a new career path. It could be something quite significant. So of course that would come with a bit of stress, but what you can do is channel that energy. So if you're feeling a lot of like anxious energy, then take the time to move that energy through and transmute yourself to regulate your nervous system before bed. Maybe have a little dance party, maybe sing and dance. Just like I'm feeling like a lot in the throat chakra and the heart space. So like you have a lot to express, let out, put on some music, dance, sing, express yourself, clear, and kind of like it's like blow off the extra energy, right? In order to align yourself with this Ace of Pentacles, especially before you go to bed at night, or have some nice routine that's like calming and relaxing and balances your nervous system. Okay, there are all sorts of practices out there for balancing your nervous system, regulating your nervous system. Maybe look into that, okay, with that Ace of Pentacles. But it looks like a brand new, beautiful offer is coming in here for you in July. We have the Star and the Sun. So what you're releasing is bringing you in clarity. It's bringing you in levity. It's bringing you in freedom and happiness, and you're shining even brighter. Okay, the Star and the Sun are actually the most positive cards in the deck. So you have a beautiful shift that's happening here. Remember, the Star is about releasing. It comes after the Tower. So it's definitely, you are releasing something here. And then there's the hope and the healing, and pouring your time and energy and effort into that which makes you happy, into that which brings you joy. Again, with like the horse energy coming through, there's travel here perhaps, right? There could even be some healing, like inner child healing that's happening here. But the Star is about alignment. The Star is your wish fulfillment as well. And I feel like if you were unclear and you had all this Nine of Swords energy kind of coming through, the more that you do clearing and aligning and kind of address your energy and your mindset with that Star, like the more that you kind of release, make sure you have a releasing practice for releasing energies that are not yours at the end of the night, so you're not quite literally going to bed with them. Because when you do, you could be having weird dreams, you could be absorbing other people's energies, and it's just not going to be a restful sleep for you. So make sure you're cleansing and clearing at night. Maybe if you typically shower in the morning, maybe shower at night, make sure your hair is dried before you go to bed, or, just change up your routine a little bit. But you're going to have more clarity, alignment, know what you want, what lights you up. There's a lot that's clearing, okay? That's what's coming through here, Capricorn. Then we have the Four of Cups. So this is interesting here. This might be somebody who's a bit disappointed because you have cut the cord, okay, energetically. You have set boundaries. But this is also looking at, what's working and what's not working. And the cup that's back here is actually the Ace of Cups. So that's like the opportunity offer that's best for you. Okay. What's interesting too is when we get into your theme, we have the Truth energy coming through. So your inner child's wanting to talk to you about your authenticity and your life and your expression and your creativity. But before I read that one, I also want to show you with the business cards, we have Heal with Chiron, and we have the Path of Least Resistance. So maybe healing is nature walks and spending time with like-minded individuals. But there are ways for you to heal. Some of you could be therapy. Okay, there could be some inner child healing that's kind of required, or like the Path of Least Resistance has actually come to this place of embracing some form of therapy that is best for you here, okay? It doesn't have to be traditional talk therapy, although it can be out in nature, it can be a creative therapy, but healing is definitely at the forefront for you in July because you are preparing for a romantic relationship here. You are preparing for a very grounded, beautiful new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles, and there's a hint at the Ace of Cups, which the Ace of Cups is new love, but it is also a very healing experience, right? It's like the divine cup of love. So let's go ahead and read this real quick. The Truth. Number 50. Okay. That breaks down to 5, and 5 is a number of change. So you are definitely making changes in July, or at the very least preparing yourself energetically and spiritually, as well as even mentally, for these new beginnings. So truth. Find your truth, be honest with yourself, and speak your heart. Walk your talk, and follow your inner guidance in all activities. The truth is within you. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. Your soul wants you to know. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is knowing what that is. There's a place inside you that always knows what's true for you and what isn't. Sometimes it takes sincere silence and deep stillness to find that voice. But once you do discover it, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Release relationships that don't empower you, and situations in which you find yourself being less than honest. for fear of being judged or not accepted. Miracles follow when you take the time to be genuine. And the affirmation is, I live my truth. Okay? So that's really powerful for you here, Capricorn. We're going to now take this into the extended. We're going to look at kind of who you're releasing and who's this new energy coming in. We'll look a little bit about tying up the loose ends for this ending before the new beginning. We'll look at what this Ace of Pentacles is and anything else that wants to come forward. So if you're interested in that, they'll be linked below in my extended videos only Patreon membership in the description box. Again, receive what aligns, release what doesn't, Capricorn. Looks like you're ready for some new beginnings, right? And aligning with your truth and living your truth. So thank you so much. Take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.